best feeling is when the four of us are just trying to push each other and inspire each other.
When you try your best but you don't succeed.
And then said, right, well, let's get on with it, like it's our first and last record.
So when we started working again in the studio, it was all hours, you know, sometimes, you know, not coming out till sort of 3, 4 in the morning. And just you can't switch off. It's got to be that sort of clear focus that you have to get through it.
So then we finished the majority of the album in the last 3 months or so.
And the tears come streaming down your face. When you lose something you can't replace. When you love someone but it goes to waste.
The lyrics were trying to express the feeling of awe, which so many things that I used to take for granted suddenly started giving me. Maybe because of having a baby, maybe because of suddenly appreciating everything we've been given. But it was about recognizing miracles and incredible things that are around you all the time.
And I will try to fix you.
It's probably my favourite song.
I just think it's got an amazing message in the song. I think it's one of the most direct songs on the album lyrically.
It's the first song we've ever had about loss. You know, coping with loss and grief is like the thing that everybody has to do, but nobody really talks about. And it was very difficult to record in some senses because we went through many different versions of it, but eventually we went back to the version that John and I started in Chicago right at the beginning of the record, and we just kept that version.
Me and John and Will are trying to learn how to sing and play our instruments at the same time, and it proving to be rather disastrous. As you tend to mess up not just the singing, but the guitar playing and bass playing as well. So.
Lights will guide you home and ignite your bones, and I will try to fix you.
What an amazing audience. Thank you so much. Thanks for sitting in the back up there, everybody. And thanks for giving us that amazing performance to this too. Goodbye and good night.
Quite an interesting story behind Talk Lee, because it's the first time we've used a melody from someone else's music. And it takes the melody from Kraftwerk's Computer Love.
It's one of those things when you hear a melody and you think, God, I wish we had written that, or that would sound great with Johnny playing it on a guitar.
But of course you can't, because it's already been written, and so the next thing you can do is nick it.
Yeah, and write them a nice letter asking if you could use it.
I thought, well, this is never going to happen.
And he said yes.
He said, you know...
Or yeah.
He said... Well, he said something like, yes, you can use it, and thank you very much for asking my permission, unlike that bastard Jay-Z.
You can take a picture of something you see. In the future, where will I be?
The only time that we get frustrated with the fact that we like to be involved with everything we do is with videos, because we find videos a real minefield.
Making videos is something that we're not, we're getting better at.
You can look at a treatment for a video and it'll seem like it's going to be, Apocalypse Now or something, and it turns out being Spy Kids 2 or something. You know what I mean? It's difficult. I don't know if it's Spy Kids 2 good. I'm not sure, but
I haven't seen it.
Are you lost or incomplete?
Videos are quite strange for us because predominantly, well, you know, we're musicians.
He is 25 years old, and she is 84 years old. Please welcome Spencer and Barbara.
And the hardest part was letting go, not taking part. Was the hardest part. And the strangest thing was waiting.
If you could trace the family tree back of some of our songs, they would all have relatives in these songs that we were doing, like when we were touring, and just little ideas for riffs and
That's
or
true,
beats.
or beats, yeah, that's true.
It's just like a big kind of strange genealogy of the.
It's
the
true,
songs.
right? To get to the finished standing up man version of the song, we've been through all
Lots
the
of-
stages of the evolution
Yeah.
process.
And I tried to sing, but I couldn't think of anything. And that was the